All right, let's do a brief audio and visual check. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Slow Markets. As always, in the YouTube chat, there's our Topstep risk disclosure. Everything that we say and go over is for educational purposes only. It's not a signals class. I repeat, it's not for signals. We all do our own button clicking. So, yeah, with that being said, you can see my man, Coach Jay, my left, your right. How are you, man? How was your day? How was trading? I seen a absolutely insane spike in volatility during power hour.
That was wild. That was pretty wild. I was already done trading at that point. Trading day was a little back and forth. It was up in the overnight session trading gold. Gave a little bit of it back trading the equities this morning. But decent day overall. That spike in the equities was because Jensen said they're going to make $1 trillion in 2027.
Is that really what it was?
Yeah, that's what he said. $1 trillion.
And then it just sold off after?
And then it just sold off right away. I think after the algos caught on to what was really going on. But yeah, man, markets are moving right now. I may have just balked on a crude oil long here, but I'm looking for a potential opportunity to get long crude.
Okay, all right.
Pushing right now.
Yeah, crude's. Oh, you know what's doing pushing is crude's going up. NASDAQ is going down.
Yes, it is.
This is a level I was looking for us to break, these 24,830s. Throughout the New York session, we held it 3 times. 3 beautiful 3-bar reversals, right? 1, 2, 3. And yeah, we're seeing movements in these markets. I'm going to do a top-down analysis real quick, and we'll get to it. I mean, I'm still getting adjusted to the new timing because we see volatility coming into these markets really quick. And we're seeing volatility in these markets the past, I was going to say month or two, but no, it's been the past 6 months, even though we've been in a range-bound market still on the daily since basically September. That's been a while. We are continuing to hang around and hover around these lows. We had a very bullish day today. We got up to 25,027. It's rollover, right? So this is the new contract that we're trading tonight. It's M, so it's the new contract. It's rolled over. And yeah, we got up to 25,000, completely rejected. At least I think this is the new contract. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
is it M?
This is M.
Yeah, new contract.
Okay.
June contract.
That's what I was thinking, but I'm like, man, the prices changed dramatically. But yeah, popped up, test 25,000 on that headline that you was talking about. As we zoom in, I'll talk about it a little bit more. And we're seeing a little bit of a rejection. Question is, do we find more buyers stepping in to come up and test, maybe the upper end of this range right now? In the new contract, it's 25,360s. All-time highs are all the way up at 26,800. So I don't know. This market's too choppy, headline driven. It's basically what you see me do on fast markets. It's just see money, take money for me. Trade what you see. But we zoom into an hourly chart, and this is what I'm looking at. Major resistance, the same level back March 13th. Today's the 16th. And that happened again. We had that huge spike up to 25,000s and sold off. This is a ugly looking market. Lower highs. We're continuing to make lower highs, right? Lower high, lower high. This is technically an equal. Maybe you could make an argument lower high if you're counting that wick. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see some selling pressure. The question is, can we break Sunday's low, or are we going to just see maybe a pullback and then a continuation higher? So just looking at the different options on a top-down view, hourly chart, saying, giving cases for both, right? Maybe we do hold this level and we just decide to just find some buyers and we start to break out and go retest these highs up here at 25,380s on this new contract. So, man, so many different options. So much volatility, and at the end of the day, we are right where we closed Friday. This is right where we closed on Friday before we gapped down and started rallying. Not last Friday, but the Friday before when we got the crazy volatility and that huge gap down. So not moving too much. Price is moving a lot, but we're not really going anywhere, to be honest. And then one last thing, 5-minute chart. I'll zoom in, go over this real quick, and then I'll pass it off to you, Coach Jay. Yeah, there's the lows. We held again after the market has closed, after the bell. Tonight's price action, you can see where we opened up tonight. We're still seeing that volatility. We came back up, hit these 880s, right back down. So I'd like to see the market break below this and maybe retest. Maybe we get a break and a rejection and then find some buyers. But there's that candlestick that was just absolutely insane. It was a headline. I did not know what was going on, but it sounds like you did, Coach Jay. You zoom into a 1-minute chart, and that kind of puts it in perspective. And if you measure it, it was 130 points straight up. And then we retraced it completely and sold off.
Instant retracement. Like
wild.
Just add water.
Just 2 minutes, 3 minutes. This is 1 minute candle. So 1 minute straight up. And then the next 4 minutes retraced it. And then we ended the New York session below. So what do you take of that? What do you take of all this, Coach J?
I think what people were saying was that Jensen clarified that he meant $1 trillion between 2025 and 2027. So not $1 trillion in a year. So the market, like the market does, just jumps on a headline. The algos grab the headline and then they just run with it. So, I think it's a sign that
no, man,
the markets are kind of waiting for any good news. It could be anything, literally anything. And make sure you trade with a stop. I am long 2 micro crude right now. 95.25 long a 2 lot. We'll see here. Okay. If we get a candle close below VWAP, I may take this trade off early, but my stop right now is below the low of day.
I like it. Coach Hoop in the chat, shout out to you, Coach. Talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin's crossed 75,000 spot, so we've been having a lot of buyers step in.
Look at this.
Yeah. I know you were you got a little bit of an investment there in the Bitcoin.
A little bit. I am back to positive on that.
Hell yeah, just hodl. BTF.
Just hodl. It's easy, man. You just buy it every day and you just wait. Hopefully it goes up. Sometimes it goes down. But Bitcoin catching a little bit of a bid here. We actually talked about this at the buzzer, but there's this daily candle going back to February 5th that had the highest volume in a long time in Bitcoin, and we closed above it today. So can we find new buyers above here? And I think the next target is 77,600s, that 50-day moving average up there. So nice pop there in Bitcoin right now.
Okay, I like it. So you're long.
Long crude.
What are you looking for? Because I see we're at 95.18.
My target on this is the pivot for the day, 96.53.
Okay.
But again, if we get a candle close below VWAP on a 30-minute, I'm just going to get out of this trade, which will be more like a $100 risk instead of the $300 that I'm risking right now.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
But we had the first 30-minute range. We had price and volume leave that range. Ideal entry is when we test back into the range, but I was taking a phone call. So we're a little late to the trade location-wise. Which is why I don't mind if we get a close below VWAP, closing it, and then maybe getting back in a better trade if it still sets up. But yeah, I like this trade.
You've been managing risk really well in this account. This is your live account.
Thanks,
this is
man.
the account
it
that
is.
You've built up. You've went through from Combine to XFA to live, and you made 100,000 on it, right? And
yeah, I did.
Yeah, I mean, managing that risk, managing that downside, and let those runners go. You've been crushing it, and
gotta manage risk. The goal ultimately is to, and there was all the talk about on social media. Oh, you're forgoing all the balance. You don't forgo the balance if you just trade well. So that's the goal. The goal is to continue to trade well, so we unlock all the balance.
Yeah, and this, I haven't done this research, so take it with a grain of salt. I know MP and them is mentioning, and from what I've been able to see, it's still the biggest live accounts in the prop industry. I know I have conversations with people all the time talking about, and I think we even talked about it here last night, where you put money in your personal brokerage and then you blow that. That's a lot more costly mentally, financially, than using a prop firm as a stepping stone to get to that point.
100%.
And then, a lot of traders, when they go from a simulated account to a live account, there's an emotional, hurdle, a little bit of a change, and then they struggle. And the last thing you want to do is, lose all of it, right? So yeah, I appreciate it. Love to see it. I'm excited to continue to see this journey. I mean, I'm still in my live account. I'm trading small size. I know traders been calling me out for that. Why are you trading small size? And I tell them all the time, hey, I don't mind trading small size. It's something that needs to be demonstrated. A couple $100 a day, $150 a day. It pays the bills. It's the same process. You see me trade and post on social media. If you guys are following me, let's go ahead and do the shout out to hashtag slow markets. I'm not as good as you and Andre at the Segway, Coach Jay. But there it is in the YouTube chat. Go ahead and tag me in the hashtag slow markets. And if we get to 700 likes tonight, I will walk through my big trade today. I had two decent sized trades. One in the NASDAQ where I lost $4,000. And then I had one in the Qs, the QQQ options, which is very similar to basically the NASDAQ, where I made that up plus some. So it was a pretty big size trade. If we get to that target, I will walk through that in more in depth, right? So it's the same process, same idea. And I try and give that information here on slow markets. You guys get spoiled.
There you go. Coach Hoop saying, watch the grains. I don't have the data for the grains in this live account, but soybeans, what a move today in soybeans. Actually, yeah, Coach Hoop, I gotta justify paying the data for gold and oil first, and then I'll get the data for soybeans. But huge move in soybeans today.
Correct. Yeah. I don't think I've ever traded soybeans, to be honest.
It is the NASDAQ of the grains.
Is it?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna switch over real quick. If you could switch back to your screen, and then I'll pull up a soybean chart.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go over that, and I'm gonna get to a few questions. I'm going to go ahead and get some tunes on. Get to those questions. We'll take a look at gold. I'm eyeballing the NASDAQ. You're in a crude oil trade, and these markets are moving. Let me know if the music's too loud. And yes, that is exactly why I do it. Traders, right there in the chat. Tavern says, the small size mentality has saved me. That is what prop firms are for. You build a process. Size does not matter when it comes to developing a process, right? Once you develop the process, once you gain the confidence in it, you work your way from Combine to XFA to a live account, then you can start building up. And I'm going to be honest, I could make an argument to say after a year is when you should consider increasing your size. Now, a lot of people don't want to hear that because that takes too long. Maybe 6 months, maybe 3 months is kind of pushing it. But if you can't trade consistently with a very small size for longer than a year, then what are you going to do when you start scaling up? I know. That's why I got this.
Yes, somebody was going to say it eventually. I got this soybeans chart up. All right. You guys want to look at this? Soybeans did go limit down today. So it was down about 5%. It has strange hours where it opens up. It actually just opened up 17 minutes ago. So it opens up at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can see last night, pretty aggressive sell-off. And then it trades all the way to 8:45 Eastern and closes for 45 minutes and then opens when the equities open. And on the equity open today, really aggressive sell-off, really all day. Has something to do with fertilizer and the availability of fertilizer and the unavailability of fertilizer right now. We saw soybeans down 5%. So this is why Coach Hoop is saying keep an eye on it. Maybe not the best overnight trade, even though last night it did trade pretty well. But for the equity open, that was probably the cleanest breakout trade on the charts today. So watch out for the grains.
I like it.
Get your soybeans, like Hogue says in that video.
Never traded it. I don't think I ever will, but never say never. Maybe one day I just place a trade just to say I traded soybeans. I don't know. I don't know.
The NASDAQ of the grains.
The NASDAQ of the grains. It's just because it's so volatile then.
Extremely volatile. And it moves 2 years ago. It was probably the first time I ever placed a soybeans trade, and got a shout out to Coach Paul. It was moving really well 2 years ago, and that is the perfect description of it. The NASDAQ of the grains. And when it moves, it moves. Let's see here. I'm going to practice the count. Somebody's going to ask the tick value. 1250. 1250. I'm going to practice count.
1250. Ask if you blew your live account.
Oh, no. No. So, hey, hurry up. Screenshot this so you could spread lies on the internet. I'm going to practice. Jay's always in a practice account. Why is this guy always around? How's he a coach? I can't believe this. All right. Let me switch back over to my live account.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm going to take a look at gold. Gold. Interesting. 5,000 has been the line in the sand for gold. It really has. I mean, I was looking for maybe some buyers stepping around 50, 80. We kind of consolidated there. Broke down today. I have traded gold a lot less during slow markets, to be honest. I've been focusing on the NASDAQ because we've been seeing that volatility. But this is an hourly chart. 5,000. I mean, we zoom out since that big sell-off, that 40% sell-off from 5,600 down to 20%, down to 44.27, and ever since then it's just been back and forth around 5,000 to 5,200. And so the first thing I'm wondering is, do we consolidate here at 5,000 and then do we look for a push back up towards 5,100? I'm gonna lean towards yes, because I have a hard time selling gold, and I mean 5,000 is a big round number. If not, if we do break down, maybe we could see a retest of 4,900. But volatility is kind of slowed down. What's your thoughts?
Definitely has. I've been looking long gold. I was long last night, and actually got short during fast markets, took a loss there. But the 50% of the sell-off, the 3-day sell-off that we had, 50.25 was that price. So what I was trying to do yesterday was just buy it anytime we were under 50.25. But if you look at VWAP from yesterday, it's just a flat line, right? So there's just really no direction in gold right now. I think, like you said, I don't really love looking for shorts here, unless we're at the upper extreme of this range, somewhere near 50.40s, if not 50.50s. But right now it's in the middle of the range. I don't have too much of a trade here, and it was in the middle of that range pretty much all day. So if you can find some opportunities near the extremes, 49.80s, 50.40s, I think there's a pretty good trade here, but I'm looking to the long side also.
Okay. Yeah, other than that, I mean, we got the bottom of the hour coming in about 9 minutes. I'm eyeballing the NASDAQ. Non-directional, to be honest. We are seeing some selling come in. I mean, Google's down 0.3, Microsoft down 0.3. It's not much, but the NASDAQ is testing these session lows. Like I said, I'd like to see a break of this 24,830s. Remember, I first started out talking, at this hourly chart. We do that top-down analysis at the very beginning of class, and there's just a lot of selling pressure. That big wick that we had, that's kind of funny, where he's like $1 trillion, and how big of a knee-jerk reaction. I mean, everyone got cooked, man. Imagine having a stop loss, everything's fine, and headline just
right back down.
Yeah, and that's why, I mean, this isn't a knock on futures and having a stop loss. It's very important to have a stop loss. But if we get to that 700 like goal, and I'm going to share to you, everybody here, on that big trade I have, why sometimes I like options, right? Because I had a trade, I was actually short options, and it doesn't matter how high it spikes up. What matters is where it finished near the end of the day. So yeah, 700 likes. I will go and I'll review that a lot more in depth here for you guys in slow markets. And then I'll give some more clues on what's to come. We got Braden coming tomorrow.
Nice.
And
shout out to Braden.
One of the best traders, one of the new GOATs. Grab.
Coming soon?
I don't know.
I don't know. Gotta hit that like button.
Gotta hit that like button. But yeah, here we are selling off in the NASDAQ. And you are still long crude, right?
Yeah. We'll see what happens with this trade.
Well.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
What was that? Well, were you about to do something?
no, I was gonna.
I thought you were getting short here.
I like the shorts, man. I like the shorts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into. I think I'm gonna get into one right here. I'm in short one from 36. Just a small size here. All right, oil could pump up now. We could have oil just skyrocket to the moon.
Straight to 96 bucks.
All right, let's get through these lows. Let's do it. Why not? No heat. Let's not take any heat.
Sell it, and it goes down. There you go.
Sell it and it goes down.
Leslie Paul Farkas in the chat. Good to see you. This is all driven by crude. 100%, right? Crude kind of runs the world. And with the fertilizer, I saw somebody in the chat says 30% of the fertilizer in the world goes through the Strait of Hormuz, which is why they can't plant soybeans, which is driving prices lower. So it's all connected.
Everything's connected if you dig deep enough. Pun intended.
You were putting time out, Farkas. If you were putting time out, there was a good reason you were putting time out. There was a good reason you were putting time out. Leslie Paul Farkas, good to see you in the chat.
Oh.
But good to have you back.
Always good to see. Let's see if we can get some continuation. Pushing these session lows here in the NASDAQ. Up 10 points. 10 points. Traders talking, hey, but it's a small size. It doesn't matter. 10 points is 10 points. Process over profits. Defender of Dakota Online. Like I said, I appreciate Leslie. I see you on there. I get a lot of notifications, so I can see where I can. But oh, here we go. 822s. 820s. Do we see the New York session lows here? Hey, well, we're starting to sell off. We're picking up some steam here.
I picked the wrong horse.
Yeah, we're going. We're going. I'm going to go ahead and take that. I'm going to take that. See money, take money. Boom, out. And instantly bounced. I got... Whoop,
nice trade.
I filled 818. I got 818, man, on that.
Was that the low?
The low was...
17.5.
17.5. Oh, would you look at that?
No, come on, don't rally yet. Crude has to sell.
Why? Why did I get out? Well, look at this New York candle. The low of that New York candle right here. The wick is 816. All right, guys, that is the end of slow markets.
Like and subscribe. Tell your friends and family to as well. We'll see you all for opening call tomorrow.
Yeah, look at that,
there
man.
You have it.
I got to see the no heat and bottom tick that. Damn. Where do we see the... That doesn't happen. That does not happen very often.
How long have I been trading Gibbs? 14 years.
Nice. Anointed traders, Dakota, would you say you trade more size off camera? Yes. Yep. Where I'm not distracted, and obviously it depends on the account size. Crude needs to rally now. Yeah. So there was the trade. Let's take a look at.
Did anybody Dakota, did you play Donkey Kong as a kid?
Yeah, on N64.
For Super Nintendo. You remember there's like a stage where they're in a club. There's a stage where they're in a club in Donkey Kong, and this sounds like the song that's playing in that game.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it sounds very
Chat,
familiar.
please confirm what I'm saying here. Thank you, Vinny. I knew someone was gonna get it. It sounds like there's like a, I don't know why you're in a club in Donkey Kong, where he's like his uncle like parties or something like that, and this is the song that's playing in the background. My bad. Sorry, that just brought me back there.
It's one of those. Yeah.
Chat knows. All right. Thinking about top of the hour here. I'm gonna reduce my risk on this trade. Originally risking $300, but if we break the lows here, I'm gonna cut that risk in half. If this doesn't go, no.
But I like it, man.
There you go. Yes.
Looks good.
Yes, that was.
It's the memories.
Why did I move my stop loss? Because 95.50 is we're not seeing volume go with this trade yet. Is why I moved my stop loss. I'm kind of losing faith in this. Crude has been under kind of heavy sell pressure here, and I already said if we get a close under VWAP, I'd take the risk off of this trade. So honestly, I think I'm thinking about just taking the $30 here. But I'm gonna give it to the top of the hour. Let's see if some volatility comes in here.
Okay. Well, we got the bottom of the hour in.
Bottom of the hour is what I meant.
Yeah, 10 seconds. Let's see if we can see a spike in volatility here. I'm watching NASDAQ and gold. You're in a crude oil trade live account. I had a nice little, not even little, it was a decent 30-point trade, 60-point trade. I don't know, 15 point. That sounded better. It was not actually. It was like 70 ticks. If we want to go ticks, whatever sounds better to the internet. And Jay, long crude, live accounts. And once again, I will say this. I'll say this every single day until I see someone else do it. You don't really see two traders trading it up in a live account anywhere.
No, you don't.
For free.
No, you don't. Come on, crude.
For free.
There's nothing here either. It's just not. There's just really no volume trading right now. I'm looking at the crude order book. It's pretty thin. There's nothing stopping us from trading higher. It's just there's literally no one trading it right now. Kind of feels like it's waiting for a headline.
What news hit today? Why was everything up? Well, I'm gonna be honest. This is purely my opinion. There's that risk disclosure. Crude was down. Crude was down 3%,
really.
And it just there was no crazy headlines, and so it could be something as simple as crude was selling down, kind of a little bit of a relief for the equities, not a lot of crazy headlines, and yeah. I mean, you can say that the New York session was flat, right? Overnight was up, but the New York session in the NASDAQ, anyway, we didn't really go anywhere. Because you can see over here on the 5-minute chart, that's where we opened up in the New York session, right around 24,870s. And it's basically where we closed, right? This is where we closed. So technically, the New York session was flat. Overnight, we rallied up, and we tried to break higher. There was fake news, basically. Came out from NVIDIA, but other than that, keep it super simple. Sometimes you don't know why things happen. Rollover too. Yep, rollover. What about crypto? Well, maybe it's the same reason for crypto, right? We got Bitcoin at 75,000. Seeing a little bit of a slower markets tonight, which is nice. We got headline? Is that headline?
Let me see. What are we getting here? I just moved my stop in a profit here.
Someone's saying
I'm really just looking at chat. If you can see like my thinking face right now, I'm trying to grade the quality of this trade right now. Like not the result, but just is this a good enough trade to continue with the risk? But I like it. Looks like we may be getting some headlines coming out here, but I went risk off.
Okay.
Could always get back in if it does trade through my entry again. I'm just not loving the flow that I'm seeing up here. Right, there's really not a lot of volume trading up here at these highs. Starts to feel like a 50-50.
Fair enough. Someone says trading with you. Well, not trading with us, remember, because there's the risk disclosure. This is not a signals class. I also got asked that question a lot, right? Where it was like, oh, it's trading in concert. Coach Dakota, you're trading live in front of an audience. And like, we share the risk disclosure. I'm doing this for education. There's a big difference, right? This is purely my opinion, because trading in concert is more of like you're doing it in a group to take advantage of something. It's usually hidden. It's in private. You're looking to take advantage. It's usually prohibited, right? And then there's here, what we do, right? We're here in public. It's broadcasted. Usually there's a delay. Sharing the risk disclosure. It's for education. I know it's a hot topic right now.
New highs of the day there in crude, 95.62. It's just, this is just like, there's one person trading crude oil right now. And it might be me. Nasdaq's rallying a little bit as well.
Yeah, we're getting a bounce. Those 818s were the low. Man, reversal challenge.
Long Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin a cleaner move right now? Long Bitcoin does look pretty nice here. This is very similar to what I'm seeing in crude oil, but Bitcoin looks like it has more flow to it. Yeah. Might be a better trade, but
too much to Bitcoin, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if we see 80,000.
Yeah. What are we up right now in Bitcoin? Just over 1.5%.
Correct. Yeah, 1.7. Nasdaq finding some buyers here. I'm gonna take a look at gold. We have FOMC this week. That's something to be aware of, right? So we have rollover that just got finished. So it might take another day for things to start settling, the rollover jitters to get out. We have headlines always coming out, it seems like, at every hour. But once again, Monday, March 18th. Tonight's Tuesday's price action. So Wednesday, we have press conference. Powell, FOMC, rate statement is what? This is his second to last one for Powell.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I know everyone's expecting him the Fed to keep rates the same. I think the bigger thing, which is usually the most important, is going to be the dot plot and then the press conference. So dot plot and the press conference is what I'm going to be paying attention to. Man, what a busy day we have on Wednesday. We have PPI that morning. We have factory orders that morning. So yeah, we have inflation data the morning of, so Wednesday morning, and then we have the FOMC. So that's going to be a little spicy. And we still have headline risk, obviously. We've seen that play today with NASDAQ and NVIDIA during power hour.
Yeah, random headline, right? During the NVIDIA AI conference. Hey, we're going to make $1 trillion. Buy everything in 3 years. Sell everything.
That's wild, man. That's wild. Did he, when he said a trillion, did he say trillion it had to have been the wording, right?
I didn't even hear it. I turned on TopstepTV and I saw Jack's face and he was trying to process it all.
Oh, man. Because, yeah, I agree. If that was a trillion in that 1 year, it's like, okay, yeah, double the stock. Let's just buy it.
Right.
PPI, it's inflation data. It's a different data reading, but essentially, as a trader, all I care about is that when it is happening, and to be aware that I'm not going to be in a trade when it comes out. But it's similar, right? Inflation data, PPI, CPI. Gold not moving much here. I still think the NASDAQ has been... Man, we rallied off those lows.
And the NASDAQ, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that is 45-point rally in the NASDAQ. I took profit at those 18s, and we are just traded 862. So...
Nice trade, Tommy.
What's that?
No, Tommy in the chat made $420 on that crude oil trade right there. Nice job.
Great.
Maybe more than me.
You're cooking. Coach J cooking.
Stop's gonna go up a little bit as well here. Gold, crude oil likes 80s. We just tagged 95.80. So worst case scenario, I'll make $50 on this trade.
Okay. We got a couple good hashtag slow markets. I have one. I have my own hashtag slow markets, but like I said, I'll only share mine and I'll talk through mine if we get to that 700 like goal. I'm gonna be a little stickler for that goal. I'm not gonna be lenient. It has to be 700 likes. Yes, NQ rejected the VWAP while crude pushing higher.
Yep.
Yeah, NQ's rejecting. So I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't mind a short NASDAQ here. Man, crude's up to
failed above 850, so it could be pretty nice.
Yeah. You watch the 30-minute, right? 30-minute.
Say it again.
Minute. You watch the 30 and the 3-minute.
30 and the 3, yeah.
Okay.
30 and the 3, and in the NASDAQ here, we traded above VWAP. VWAP is still in the first 30-minute range also.
Okay. Donald Keys just hit my down target of 841. Huh? Nice. Yeah. Nice trade.
Crude is our biggest percentage mover to the upside now. It was up 1.5, up 2.36% right now.
Yes, it is. Wow.
There's that selling in the NASDAQ.
Yeah, NASDAQ. There's a lot of pressure to the downside here in the NASDAQ. More selling. More selling. Not a lot of craziness going on in some stock. We got Meta down 0.6. But the rest are just down about the same as the NASDAQ. Nothing too wild. We got the top of the hour coming in about 20 minutes. Once again, rollovers finished. Nothing crazy hitting the headlines. We just survived the Nvidia headline during power hour. NASDAQ.
Wild times.
NASDAQ, look at this. We got that pop up, but just immediate rejection and selling off. It's just very heavy with crude, man. As crude goes, these equities are just
inverse trade.
Watching it.
Continuing to play out.
Yeah. It was Nvidia CEO talking about $1 trillion. I mean, whenever a CEO comes out and says we're gonna make $1 trillion, I mean,
yeah, right. Drop everything and buy his stock right now.
Yeah, man. NASDAQ picking up some steam to the downside.
Yes, it is.
How's everyone doing? Did you guys get in? Anybody take a trade here in the NASDAQ? Because there's opportunity here. Like, this is nice, clean price action.
I took one off. And the thought process behind that is I trailed the 2, and if I was okay with $55 for 2, why not take 50 for 1 and let the other one continue to run?
Nice.
Now I don't care what happens to this contract.
$100 day already.
Who's in a trade right now, chat? Let's take a look at the tilt. What's going on here in the tilt?
Scalp that short. Market's driving you crazy. hey, sometimes sitting on your hands could be one of the best options, right? No position is position. NASDAQ right back down to these lows.
People short gold.
I got the short. Someone else is short gold. One's long gold. One lot left in your crude long, Leslie. Left 5
Lion trades. Do I look scared to you? Do I look scared? There's no, coach. You took it because you were scared to lose. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. This is trade management. Do I look scared, Dakota? I give a scared face.
I don't think you're scared over $50, man.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe I'm scared. I don't know.
Looks can be deceiving. Take profit on NQ is 800. Someone's looking for 800. You know, I could see that coming into play. Right? If NQ could break through these session lows. Crude oil is cooking. But look at this NASDAQ. This is clean price action. A lot cleaner than that New York session, man. I tell you what. Let's see if we could break through. Yeah, if we could break through these 815s. I mean, I could see 790s. I could see a breakthrough 800. Get some more selling pressure coming in here. Let's take a look at the gold. Let's take a look at the gold. Gold, we are pushing session lows. Maybe gold to 5,000. That could be a possibility. We broke through this pivot low, which is basically like 5,003. But yep, gold slowing down. So NASDAQ. Before it was vice versa. It was only gold, and the NASDAQ was always sideways. And now got the NASDAQ going. Coach Jay's in this long crude trade. Already took profit.
I'm going to pull up a chart because I want to show exactly why I'm managing this trade the way I am.
Yeah, go ahead. We're on it.
Definitely we could do it right here. I'm watching crude on another screen, right? And like I was saying before, I'm a volume trader, right? So I'm watching. There's literally no orders on the order book in crude. So if somebody wanted to come in right now and market order sell 200 contracts, which is a real possibility, they're gonna have to trade about 80 ticks to go get it. Now, the reason I'm managing this trade the way I am, look at this 1 minute chart in crude. 10 contracts trade, 18 contracts trade, 20 contracts trade. So when I said I was trading crude by myself, there's literally no volume in this market right now. So price is moving, but as a volume trader, I'm looking at this and saying, this is hollow, right? So if I'm gonna make money on a hollow move, I'm always gonna take it. If there was flow continuing to build in this trade, then I maybe even think about adding to it. But this is probably a B+ trade at best because there's not enough volume behind it. And Lion trades, you're not talking down. It's okay. We're just talking. And I was just joking about that I'm scared thing. But again, there is like very small players in crude oil right now moving this market around, which I can't trust that flow. If I could make a trade, my trading mentor used to say this all the time, right? We would read time and sales trading stocks, and we had a filter that filtered out anything 1,000 shares or less, and he would say it. If I could do it in the market, I don't want to fight it. I don't want to follow it, right? So if I could trade 5 full contracts of crude oil, that's not a big enough position to actually want to follow behind. And that's kind of how I'm looking at this right now. So if somebody was coming in with more size, which they starting to look like they are now, then I can follow that. But when it's ones and twos, it's tough to be able to trust them. It's somebody hoping that the market is going to go up, right? But you need that bigger presence to actually push the market through bigger orders. Hopefully that makes sense.
It makes sense to me.
Good conversation though.
Yeah, look at this. Look at the trade. Crude oil is cooking here. I'm going to look to get back in short the NASDAQ because we got that pop in crude. I'm going to see if NASDAQ can break these session lows. So I'm short 1 from 832 right here, right now. Let's see if we get some more pressure in these equities with crude continuing to, we're almost above 96, right? Yeah. Testing that 96 level. I'm getting a little pullback here in the equities, so I want to see that break. hanging out here. I don't know if I might add. I might consider adding. We got the top of the hour in about 12 minutes. So there's a possibility where we hang out here and then we see a spike in volume to push this market. All right, green on the screen now. On both. Oh, there's some selling coming in. All right. Let's look at this one. We got some selling pressure coming in. Let's see if NASDAQ could break through these 20s, new session lows. If we could break through new session lows, I think we could have a nice run down to maybe see the 700s. Okay, seeing some more selling. Why did I get in this? Because we had that big sell-off. Got a bit of a pullback, tested this same level, right? Hesitation, sell-off. We got there, and then we're seeing it. I was looking and watching crude oil get a nice bounce while we got that pullback, and so I'm looking for that continuation and break of these session lows. And then you look over here on this 5-minute chart, same thing. We got some buyers level of support here, 790s. So I wouldn't mind a break through. Let's see if we can take a look at these 790s.
See if oil can break through these 96s.
It's pure technicals for me. I don't look at volume. I'm not against volume, but yeah, I like to do technicals. I'm a technical trader. DBA concepts. Okay, we're seeing some movement
Okay,
here.
crude. Yeah, crude is popping here.
We got
Just traded above 96s.
We'll just like this. Back and forth and back and forth. Crude bouncing. You're locking in profit right there.
Little rejection above there, above 96s. Literally 20 contracts in crude oil could send this market down 36.
Oh man.
Like it's that thin right now.
NASDAQ. We're testing these session lows here. 820s. 819s. Can we get it? Can we get it? Session lows.
Final keys looking for 808s. The pivot for the NASDAQ 24,799.
Session lows. We broke the New York session low right there. At least ticked it in the micros. I want to see a little bit of a flush down to maybe 790s. But once again, see money, take money. Want to see how we react right here. Yeah, crude's at what, 96.12?
96.10s.
Okay. Yeah, plenty of price action tonight. We got the top of the hour in about 8 minutes. So that's something to always just make sure.
Gold doing anything right now?
That's stuck at like 5,003.
Stuck.
All right. NASDAQ coming back down. Let's get through this session lows again. Okay, yeah, we're officially below the New York session lows. Let's see if we can run it now. Let's see if we can run it. 20 points. Gotta see momentum, or else I'm getting out of this. We got the Tech 9 stocks. All the major tech stocks
looking good.
Yeah. All right, keep going, NASDAQ. Let's gain that momentum down through these New York session lows. Corner, yeah, 20 points is 20 points.
You can get the extra toppings on your pizza, Dakota. Say you're trading for pizza money right now.
No, we're trading for Ruth's Chris. Some steaks.
Yep. New highs oil. Oil
Nice.
tilts heavy long, 77%. Took the new high, then pulling back a little bit here, but still holding up.
All right.
96.16s. 67% short tilt in the S&P and the NASDAQ. Traders getting paid to the downside. 837's average price. So they're making 20 points too.
There
Oh,
we
actually,
go.
835s. 835s.
There we go. I'll take trade in for staking this account, and then if we get to that 700 likes, I'll show you the guac. Show you the pay the bills. Same process too, everyone. Same process.
Joel, good to see you too. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, everybody. Do us a favor if you can, hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate you all being here.
100%. Coach Jay and I were both trading our live accounts and walking through everything online.
I'm still in the trade, Tommy. Stops in profit. Trying to find another spot to maybe secure some more, but there's a lot of overlap in these candles. Filibuster, good to see you. There was a question here. Mo says, actually not even a question, just a comment. Start of the years, you guys were talking about crude showing technicals of being a mover. It's proved to be true. Weird how the universe has found a reason to corroborate the technicals. Yeah, it's funny how that works, right? You see that more and more as a trader. Crude oil was the most consolidated market of 2025, maybe even going back to 2022-ish. 2024, it did trade above 80s, but I got to give the shout out to Coach Paul, right? He's the one that said crude had the potential to be the market of 2026, and
here it is.
there it is.
Yeah.
New highs, crude, 95. Okay, crude's popping now.
Wow, yeah, crude's going. NASDAQ going as well. So we got, we're trading it up, man.
Yes, we are. Nice
Look
trade.
at that. Locking in $100.
So we got to 17 ticks of my target. The pivot for crude on the day is 96.53. So I'm going to aggressively trail.
Okay.
So stops at 96.16s now.
Okay, and here goes NASDAQ. Here goes NASDAQ.
Nice trade.
809. Through these session lows, 807. See if yeah, we're going. 25 points right there. Yeah, we're getting this stake. We got crude going. NASDAQ selling.
Mo says the real question is, are we living in a simulation? I try not to think that way. I've seen the Truman Show. He went crazy. So just take every day as it is. Hope, do I ever use a trailing stop? I do. Trailing stops on the live account for TopstepX aren't available, but in my personal account, I use trailing stops as well. All right, I'm flat.
All right.
Plus 142.
Nice work. Nice work.
Nice trade you got going on here as well. I think there's more room in crude potentially, but we got to within 17 ticks of my stop.
This is looking good, man. I'm gonna just take this here. There we go. I'm out. Boom.
Nice trade.
Another 25 points right there.
I mean, if you don't like that, you don't like live trading.
Yeah,
I don't know what else we're supposed to do.
I don't think it could get better than that at this time.
I don't think so.
No. You just carved up crude, and I took care of NASDAQ.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job,
Is that
team.
not worth the like? Come on.
I mean,
Come on.
I think so. And we got the top of the hour coming up in just a little bit here. Shanghai session hasn't even opened. Shanghai is moved back with the daylight savings time. So Shanghai open is now 9:30 Eastern time. So let's see if we get some volatility at the top of the hour here.
Let's do it.
Angie, you were in
back
those
at
trades as
96.
well. Nice job. Nice trading.
Yeah, don't forget. Let's see some more let's see some better hashtag slow markets. I got a few. Like I said, I want to see some good ones, because usually typically how it is traders wait till near the end, and if their trade plays out, then they submit it. But there it is. Links in the YouTube chat. Go ahead and tag me. It doesn't even have to be a trade. It could be your setup. It could be a screen, a monitor, your trade station, something trading related.
That was a nice outing crude because we're back below $96.
I'm happy with that. Out in the NASDAQ as well.
Nice. I mean, hey.
we're in.
You could be greedy. You could be like, oh no, this has to go to $100. Or I could take the money off the table and feel good about myself. Do you guys have any tips for struggling right after taking a payout? I'm getting down on myself. Go back to what was working, JGZ. Maybe if you need to take a little bit of a break. I know there's sometimes the want to fill the hole in the account after taking a payout, but understand that anytime you pay yourself, it's a result of you doing, good work in the account. So just focus on that, right? Don't focus on, hey, I took a $2,000 payout, now I need to fill a $2,000 hole. Just take the next good trade. And if you need to take a little bit of time off, do that as well. Right? The payout should be positive reinforcement. And a lot of times traders look at it the other way, where it's like, oh man, now my back's against the wall because I don't want to lose this account. If you think that way, you're going to lose the account. So take a deep breath. You clearly did something right where you're eligible for a payout. Just get back to doing that.
There you go. 484 for the day. Micros. Yep, Orlando. There you go. That's why I'm doing it. I don't mind. Last thing I want for traders that's tuning in. Remember, we have traders tuning in that's been trading for a very long time. We also have traders that are trading for their very first time. So we have a mix of new traders and older traders, So you can imagine when a new trader comes in, they're like, oh, this person, he trades these minis. He's going for $1,000 days, $2,000 trades in these big positions. They want that, right? Which is exciting, and they chase it. And when they fail, it's very difficult, not realizing the importance of sizing down, trading micros, smaller size, getting base hits, $150, it adds up, and being able to demonstrate that. And I've seen it time and time again. It's like, man, I was able to trade micros. I'm trading well. I'm developing a process, getting those base hits, getting to that payout. And for new traders, I think that's extremely important. And, I'll be honest, traders who've been around for a while, I think that's also very important, myself included. We didn't get to these 800s. Top of the hour came and gone. We didn't really get to those 800s in the NASDAQ. We got gold moving. Gold starting to move a little bit now. I'm going to get into a long here on gold. I'm long gold, 5,009.
We are right at VWAP, but I like it. We just checked those 5,000s. No one wants to sell it down there, so let's see. Oil looks like it wants to just continue to pop here.
I'm looking for a push back up above 10. Let me go retest these 018s. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Reaching the range to range.
Just buy it and it goes up. All right, time for the third stake here.
Range to range. Put you somewhere 50-20s maybe?
If I have multiple contracts, I'll take one off and then hold to that. But I'm kind of looking for
15s.
Yeah, let's see where we could go. We got to break through these 50-10s first. Got to get out of this consolidation at 07s first. Yeah, we got FOMC on Wednesday. Rollover kind of finished.
Ooh.
Oof, yeah, I'm gonna get Bell. Nope. There goes dinner. It took my lunch. Gold took it. I went from steak to top ramen real quick.
I looked up. I'm like, which chart is that? Oh, that's.
Yeah, that was gold. That was gold. Steak to top ramen in like 30 seconds, and it's gone. Well, we're just gonna pretend that one didn't happen.
Gomez film. How much size do you want me to trade?
Oof.
I could trade up to 10 minis right now. How much size do you want me to trade? What do you want to see? You want me to see me blow my account on air? We could do that. Just for you.
Yeah, there goes
that
gold.
Was tough in gold.
Oof. There goes the... And it's gone. I still like the longs, man. If I can find a way to get back into it, I'm going to get back in. Now we went down and tapped 5,000 and bounced.
There was a question that I did want to get to. Farkas, I'm looking for some stakes for you, by the way, also. Send me a link for where I can buy some stakes. There was a question.
I'm back in.
Somebody who hasn't gotten a payout can pass a combine. And Knox, I saw your point. It takes you about a month to pass a combine, which I love. If you were passing a combine in 2 days, then I'd be a little bit worried about why you can't get to a payout. But if you're taking a month to pass a combine, you're doing something right. You're learning how to sustain an account over a time frame that you could get a payout in. A lot of times what happens in that case is you put too much pressure on yourself to have to be right. And then, you start either choking trades or trying to force trades. Set a daily loss limit that is reasonable. My suggestion, it's going to sound small, but it's Coach Paul's suggestion, and I work with him all the time. My suggestion is to start with a 12% daily loss limit of your drawdown. So let's say you're in a 50K account. The initial drawdown on that account is $2,000. Start with a daily loss limit of $240, which means you're going to have to start slow. You're going to have to start small, but that's okay. The losses aren't going to feel as bad. A lot of times what happens is people get to an XFA and they're like, oh man, I can make real money. And they trade all the size that they can trade. You want to do the opposite right now. So start slow.
That's not the right way to do it. Yep, start slow. Okay, I've added to this gold position. I am now in 3 contracts from 077. See if we get that breakout through these 50-10s. See if we go right here right now. There we go. Let's find some momentum. Let's find some buying in here. Let's get a spike through these. We got to get through these 10s, though. Just that line in the sand. Sellers stepping right back in those 10s, man. If gold chops me up, then it chops me up. Will I build more of this position? Maybe. I'm considering adding another one if we break through these 10s. It'd be like a buy stop at 50, 11. 11.2 maybe. We'll see. We'll see how this price action is. Top of the hours came and gone, so we got that run down to 5,000. Big rejection. See if we get a push back up. Now, Coach Jay, I'll be able to scale out of a couple and see if I can leave a runner up to those 20s if gold wants to break out through these 10s.
No one wanted to sell it below those 5,000s. They had to check and make sure, but that was an actual test of 5,000. That was the first one all day. So yeah, just go to 50, 60s now. Nice trade.
5,100. Why not?
All right,
come on, buyers.
All-time highs. Come on.
All-time highs. All-time. Let's just go. Let's get through these 10s. We gotta get through these 10s with momentum, though.
Richard Harris, what are you buying? S&P? Just ran over some sellers. 66.85. What market are you trading? Oh, are you trading the March contract still?
All right, come on, gold. It's taking its time. We're in these 10s. 10.6. Can we see 11s? Spot 7. Oh, I see 11 at the ask. We're struggling here. There's 11s. Can we see momentum? Not seeing much momentum above these 10s. We found momentum at 5,000. Lots of buyers stepped in there. But we're having a hard time getting through these 50 10s. There's some more testing. Come on. There we go. There we go. There's some 12s. There's 12s. There's 12s. There's 13s.
Yep.
We see 14s.
Bye-bye, gold.
Let's go. Let's gold. All right, no rejection. No rejection. Just get that follow through. 44 ticks. Someone says, why are there 2 of you?
2 of who?
Maybe you have 2 monitors open. You got Coach J and I.
Seeing double?
Seeing
What
double.
do you have to drink tonight? Have a water.
Have some water. Have some water. Let's get through these 14s. Let's get through these 14s here. All right, that 5-minute candle did close. We closed above those 50 10s, so I'm liking this. We have to get through that high. We have to get through this 14 level. We got the candle, this 5-minute candle we closed. Very nice break out and then close. So now let's see if we get this follow through. All right, now we're let's try it. We're trying. 5-minute. This 5-minute chart looks good. Let's get through these 14s. I take profit for 1 or 2 of them on this breakout. Trying. It was a good test. There we go. A little bit more. Let's see it. Okay, there we go. I took 1 off right there. We got 15s.
Let's go gold. Got a 26 lot here, 56 teens that tried to stop the party. Let's get them out the way and we can continue to rally here. Beautiful trade here, Dakota.
Got to manage risk. Got to manage some risk right there.
Did that trade out? No, it didn't. They pulled it. Yerson, we cannot help you with an email. Reach out to the support team. See your message in the chat.
All right, let's get. I took 1 profit already through these 14s. Let's see if we can keep going.
Are they still at 16s?
We're at 50-13. 50-14 right now. 14.
It was like a 30 lot on the offer, which is probably some of the biggest size that's out there right now.
Okay. Did we get to the 700 likes?
Where are we at right now?
I got a couple hashtag slow markets. All right, let's get it
If we're under 700 likes, just cut the stream right now.
right now.
Okay, yeah, here's 26 lot, 50 16s. Can get above that. We're at 416. We appreciate you all being here.
Yeah, we could do it. We could do it. Let's get through these 15s. What is it? Come on. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody else. Once again, no one else is doing this, man. We got this. We've been doing this
Trade them out.
We've been doing this for a minute. Let's get through these 16s. Can we see 16?
24 contracts there. Just need somebody to buy them. Rips, where you at?
Where you? All right, another push through these 16. I'll take another contract off. We're starting to hesitate.
43 now. Yeah, they're stacking offers here. 60 contracts between 15 half and 16 even.
Okay, now we're trying to get back through those 16s again. That 5 minute chart still looking really well. There we go.
There it is.
Ooh, a little bit slow on that breakout. That's okay. We'll see if we could. Trying to get out. Trying to get out of this contract. Come on, get out of there. Slapping the ask, and I should have been slapping the market order. All right, I'm gonna get out of that one. We're starting to still see something coming to this market. I'm flat, up 129.
Nice job.
Wasn't the perfect one on this pullback, but hey, good. Up 129. Up 129. Orchard says, Dakota, why didn't you mark it out? Because I joined the ask. I just don't like market orders. Unless it's urgent, right? Like you just see me, I got out at market those last two. But yeah, covered flat. And there you go. Sir. We've been live on air, and I'm up 129. Jay, you're up
142.
142. What's a good wage?
Is this where we're supposed to ask for W's in the chat?
Is that W's in the chat? W's in the chat.
W's in the chat.
W's in the chat. Once we get to that 700 like goal, I will review my bigger trade that I placed during the New York session. Like I say, I don't only post it, I also share my statements and full transparency. The nice thing about live accounts is you can actually see these orders go through your order book. And it's a beautiful thing. W's in the chat.
Immortal, $22 intraday. It's better than down 1,200. Absolutely. I'd much rather be down up $22 than down 1,200, depending on the size of the account. Sometimes you got to take a loss, though. Sometimes $1,200 is exactly what you needed to lose. It's measured.
It's measured. As long as it's measured, right? And you're just not. That's not just your max loss limit or something.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, 140 for you, 129 for me, and we've been on here for just over an hour. So it's that realistic expectation, right? And here goes gold. Oof.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right. That little sell-off shook me out, so I'm just happy to be green. Oh man. Oof.
What's the pit? Oh yeah.
We're cooking now, Jay.
I was looking for 50.56 last night. That might be kind of ambitious tonight because the high of the day so far is 50.2190. But get off that Russell chart. Gold looking good. Nice trade. But also got to remember that in the past 20, 30 hours, gold has been pretty range bound. Reasonable expectations. Nice trade.
Yeah. And that being said, reasonable expectations. Was having that conversation earlier about micros, right? This was what would satisfy you, right? Obviously, these markets will always leave you unsatisfied because you want more. You can trade bigger size. You see it online. You see traders taking thousands, and just like this, right? I took 129, and if gold just keeps rallying, I'm like, oh, I could have had more. But that's the reality of it. There's always somebody somewhere that wishes they were break even. $129 for an hour's worth of work is pretty dang good in most people's cases. That could easily be a daily wage.
For sure. And shout out to Henrico that I was on air today with JD and Henrico earlier today after Fast Markets. He is on an 83-day win streak in his XFAs.
Oof, I seen that.
And not every day is a $150 day, right? Some of the days he made $12. Some of the days he made $400. It all adds up when you're eligible to take payouts, right? Back to that conversation of, hey, I'm not, when am I going to be eligible for a payout? How many traders have been up $100 and be like, I have to make another 50, and then all of a sudden you're down $600 in that account for the day, right?
Correct.
The market has to facilitate you making money. You can't force it to do so.
Well, on that note, Coach Jay, let's go through some of these hashtag slow markets. I picked 2 good ones. Traders, make sure you submit your hashtag slow markets before we come to the end of the stream. There's a few submissions, not the best, and then I've seen some come in a little too late, but I'm gonna go through. Here's one of them. AB, consistency is greater than dopamine. Hashtag slow markets. Yes, it is. There's that consistency. Love seeing that. Great work. Here we got one more good one. Hashtag slow market. I am on my
show your screen, Dakota.
Oh, whoops. All right, I'll go back to it. But hashtag slow markets. I am on my 6th week on my combines. $175 to go. Following process over profits. Nice work. Hey, that's what it takes. Just small consistency. And here's what you were saying, Coach Jay, is like, oh, it took you a month to pass a combine. Traders that take longer to pass a combine, once they get into a funded account like an XFA, perform better. Like, you take a month, 2 months to pass a combine, chances are you're going to have that confidence and you're going to perform a lot better than most traders when they get their XFA, because you have the data and the confidence and the practice doing that. And you compare that to someone who passes a combine in 2 days and then they get their XFA and it's like a roller coaster. So great work there. I wasn't showing this, but yeah, there you are, AB. There you are, AB. Consistency is greater than dopamine. $4,200 in a month and not huge size, right? $500 a day, that is big, relative. I'm not sure what size you're trading, but great work on that one. And as soon as we get to that 700 likes, I will review this. I will show this one. This is my hashtag slow markets. There it is.
Ooh, nice day.
There it is. So I had two trades today. I had a NASDAQ. I held a NASDAQ short overnight. That did not work out. Minus $4,444.44. It's just weird how that one worked out. I don't know if it was exactly 44 cents, but it sounded nice. And then I had an options trade, $14,258. So for a net $9,800. 700 likes. Like I said, I will walk through this trade. What I was looking at, what I was trading, and yeah, like I said, what you see on screen when I'm on slow markets, when I'm on fast markets, it's the same process, the same way of viewing the markets, top-down analysis, daily, hourly, 5-minute, 100-tick chart. The same way I'm getting in is the same way I trade everything. Obviously, there's little fine details between options and futures spot that I don't mind talking about, and that's what I'll talk about like as we get to the goals, right? I do this for everybody here. Coach Jay, you're on here. We're trading our live account. We're talking to this. We're answering questions. And the only thing we really ever ask for is support.
Can you take an IOU on the rest of the likes? Is that how that works?
No. Nope. I did that once. I did
Never
that
again.
once.
Never again.
Classic says, is that considered hedging? No, because I was short on both, and this is my personal. It's one account. It's a vertical spread. If you know options, you know what it is. The lockout feature is the best Topstep feature. I agree.
Can you just tell me where to enter and exit? Yeah.
No.
There's an X button on the top of your screen. That's the exit.
There's that. Get out of here. Yeah. That's the best way to exit.
What's up, John?
You entered the wrong place. So exit. It's a condor. We're gonna explain an iron condor and a butterfly. Alt F4.
Oh, what trade is that I have on?
Yeah. Okay, I'll chat. Maybe tomorrow I'll explain it. We got to 550 likes, so maybe tomorrow I'll explain it. You guys got to do better. Gotta do better.
I put on a practice soybeans trade after Coach Hoop said pay attention to soybeans, and it's cooking right now.
Yeah.
Damn. Should have had that in my personal account. This is what you guys wanted to see, though, right? Just max size, right? That's what everybody wants to see. Now it's what?
Do it. Get the.
What is it? $300 a tick? Yeah. All right. Ooh, I mean, this is soybeans, so it's not gonna move a whole lot, but this is a pretty good trade. So legitimately, right? Like, so why did I take a long here, even though it's just a practice trade? Soybeans had this aggressive sell-off in the overnight session. Oh, sorry, in the New York trading hour session. Volume is leaving the first 3-minute range to the upside. Same flow trade that I took in crude oil there. This trade was up about $400, so am I expecting everybody to go jump over and trade soybeans right now? Probably not, right? You probably shouldn't, because last thing I want anyone to do is trade an extremely volatile market that is susceptible to halts right now. We saw a limit down move in soybeans, but the process is the same, right? I could pull up any chart. I'm gonna pull up the Euro chart right now, and looking at the Euro, I would be short, and this takes me 30 seconds, right? I just pulled up this chart. Here's the first 3-minute opening range. Volume is leaving that range to the downside. I should be looking for opportunities to short this market, and then I'll find a higher time frame level that would be the target potentially. These 115s down here, right? Trading can be that simple, and it could be any market. Pick a market, Dakota.
Pick a
number between 1 and 36. Pick a number between 1 and 36.
Okay, we'll do 36.
36. All right, that is wheat futures. So pulling up wheat. If I've never traded wheat futures before, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to a 30-minute chart first. Actually, we'll go to a daily.
How about bonds?
This is a daily consolidation where we're bouncing off the lows. So go to a 30. We have price trading above the 200 moving average. This market just opened. This is that 30-minute candle from the open. And then I'll go down to a shorter time frame. And if I get a pullback to VWAP, I'm looking to get in long wheat, right? And it can be that simple. Is it that simple all the time? Sometimes we overcomplicate it, but how long did that take? And I wouldn't buy it here in any market. Why? Because we're too far extended from VWAP. But if we got the pullback into VWAP, then that's an opportunity to buy. I don't know that trade's going to work out, but it's an opportunity to limit risk. Oh my God, is it that easy? Farkas, it could be that easy. Sometimes, you know what though? When you're looking at flow trades like that, to me, it's a lot easier than a market that you trade every day. Whether we like to, admit it or not, Dakota, when you trade the NASDAQ, sometimes you have an opinion when you come into it.
Correct.
Based on a prior trade or whatever it is. Some of my best trades happen in markets that I've never even looked at before, because I'm impartial and all I'm reading is the flow. So when you catch a market that's moving and you can identify that flow pattern, then it's okay. I don't know anything about this. I'm just getting in with the rest of the traders that are paid to follow that flow. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll take that practice trade off.
Trade what you see, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. I'm going to go ahead and review this. We didn't get to the 700 likes, but dude, I just hate not giving this information to the trade. Like, go reviewing it for the ones that actually do show up and like it. It sucks sometimes where it's like, okay, didn't get the goal, but those that are actually showing the support, deserve the information. And yeah, it's a catch-22 for me. So anyway, what I'm going to go over was what I shared this. This is what I'm going to go over on my charts. It was my hashtag slow markets. I'm going to go over these two trades. My $4,000 loss on the NASDAQ, and then the $14,000 win on basically the NASDAQ as well. So I'm going to review this. I'm going to do it briefly. We didn't get to the light goal in time, so you don't get to the in-depth, but you get kind of a top-down analysis. So it's kind of a, hey, we didn't get there, but I'll give you a little something. We'll give and take. So what I was looking for last night, we start to zoom out. And I held this one overnight, sadly, is this, right? We had that big sell-off. We opened up Sunday night. We rallied, and I was looking for this to just be resistance, right, overnight. And unfortunately, that was not it. I think I don't know exactly when I got in. It was right before I went to bed. I was like, okay, this market's up. I'm going to look for a continuation back down and look for us to go retest, some of these lows around 24,500. It was just one contract, wide stop. We just ripped higher, man. We just ripped all over, like London session and pre-market. We rallied. So that was the $4,000 loss. There's not much to it other than what I was explaining. It was like, okay, lower high, right? We're in a downtrending market. And I was looking for this to be a lower high. I mean, that's simple, straightforward, DBA concepts. Not only that, right? Not only was we making lower highs, the reason why I was so confident was this was a strong level. This is where we ended that Friday. Like, that's a very strong level to be resistance. And we tried, right? Not every trade works out. It was resistance. Sometimes we break through resistance and we went up. Now, after I took that loss, I was looking for something similar. This is during the New York session, because options are only available to trade during the New York session right now on the Qs. Basically the NASDAQ. We came up and we tested this, 24,900s, and I'm looking for this market to have a pullback and sell off to end the day. I definitely was not expecting this market to rally, looking for this market to continue to sell off. And so what I do is I'll zoom in, and during the New York session, I did get into a pretty decent sized short, right? I was risking about 50,000 to make 50,000, and all it was if this market, my break-even price was like 24,900. Okay, if this market is at this line by the New York session close, I break even. If the market is above, I think it was like 24,950. If it's market's above that, it's a $50,000 loss. And then if the market was below, let's say 850, it was a $50,000 winner. That was the idea of a vertical spread. Just saying, hey, I believe that this market's going to be below 24,900 by the New York session close. I had the option to take profit a couple times, and I was watching this. This is why I said this spike here, it didn't really affect my options, because we just popped up to 25,000 and then we completely sold off, and I ended up taking profits down here into the close. And so I'm like, that was a close one. It went from like minus 20,000 to plus like 14 in like 20 minutes, which is insane. So it was the same idea, same concept. Sometimes there's a little bit of advantage when it comes to options. There's also advantages when it comes to spot. There's always a give or take with each of them. But that was the idea, is playing that higher time frame, looking for this market to consolidate. You could see how we've stayed inside this range. I was just playing for a breakout lower, and I was looking for a bigger sell-off during the New York session, but it held too well. So there's a little bit of a top-down analysis. I gave it to you guys, even though we didn't get to that light goal. We're at the end of slow markets now already. Anything left that you have to say, Coach Jay?
Good session, Dakota. Nice trading, sir. I think we self-proclaimed best duo in trading on YouTube. Nice job,
Correct.
man. Nice job.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed. But hopefully everything we're doing here is helping you with your trading journey. Again, we'll laugh, we'll tell some jokes. We never take anything too serious. Life is too short to take yourself too seriously. So if ever I'm commenting on something in the chat, understand we're just having fun here. So appreciate you all being here. Trade well, manage your risks. We got a long week ahead of us. Don't be afraid to take your trade setups, but do so with managed risk. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach Jay. You'll be on At the Buzzer tomorrow. Remember, Braden's joining me tomorrow night for Slow Markets. I will be on at 9:30 a.m. Central, right after Aaron. And we might even have a special guest for Fast Markets. We'll see. If not, I'll see you tomorrow night. Take care, everybody. And yeah, thanks, Jay.